is Abigail and you're welcome to my channel. In today's tutorial, I'll be showing us how to make a shoulder princess dart. At times it should not just be the normal princess dart that comes from the armhole and all of that. So this pattern is going to be from the shoulder. Okay, there are some styles at times that you just need that line to come from your shoulder down. Okay, so we have a shoulder princess dart. All right, so this kind of princess that will help us solve the problem. So it's simple and it's straightforward. Um it's just a method of giving in some alterations to your shoulder length, and just know how we go about that. You add the dart, then you remove it, you add some extra allowance. So it's simple. So trust me, shoulder princess dart, it's simple, and once in a while you need that kind of princess dart. Okay, just like what I'm putting on. I don't know if it's clear enough, but you can see, though my neckline is a bit wide, so the dart is not really, it's not so obvious because it's close to the neckline. As you can see, the dart is close to the neckline. This is it. From here you can see the joining from this side. This is it, down to my bust, then to the down to the waist. You can see, so this is what the shoulder princess dart is all about. You can still go on and fixing your pad, fixing your bustier anyhow you want it. It still come out well. Okay, so now remember, please, after watching this video, give this video a thumbs up, okay, because it will allow this video to reach out to more people. And if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe. This means a lot to me. So guys, tight and enjoy this tutorial. So we'll be starting with our basic bodies. Okay, that's the bust point, the under bust, and my waistline. Okay, so making this shoulder princess dart, I'll go ahead and mark my neckline, which is the 3 by 3 inches, then my shoulder length also, which is 7 inches. That's 14 inches divided by 2. Okay, then I'll find the midpoint between my neckline and the shoulder length. So I have 4, so divided by 2, the midpoint is 2. Then I went ahead and fixing my bust to bust distance. That's for my dart also, which is 3 3/4. I marked these on the bust point, the under bust, and the waistline. So I'll be connecting these with a straight ruler. Then connect also the midpoint of my shoulder down to my bust point. The midpoint between my neckline and my shoulder length. Okay. So now I'm creating the dart at the shoulder. So I'll be marking an ½ inch towards the neckline and also 1 inch towards my shoulder, making a total of 1.5. You can make it 1 inch on both sides. It depends on what you want. So I just feel like going with this. It's all the same. Just create a good dart. So I connected this to my bust point. Okay, then on my waistline, I measure 1 inch on both sides of the dart. Also the same thing on the under bust. Then I connect them like so, straight line from my waistline to my under bust. Then from between the under bust to the bust point, you can see I'm using the curved parts of my curved ruler. Okay, you can use a freehand or you just create something smooth here. As you can see, I just want that curve to be like that. You can use any form of your princess dart. Either the whole 2 inches can be at one side or just the way I did mine. It depends on what you want. Any method it works. Okay, so now continue with my shoulder measurement. I measure my dart, which is my dart allowance is 1.5. So I transferred the 1.5, added the 1.5 to the shoulder line, then created my slope. Remember that the 1.5 is for the dart allowance, the shoulder dart allowance. So I have to replace it, then create the shoulder slope. Then I'm fixing in my armhole, creating the armhole. You know the measurement. Okay, you divide your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.4. So that's how to create the armhole. Then I also brought down the same thing on the shoulder. My actual shoulder measurement is 4 inches. I brought it down in creating the armhole also in order to get the perfect armhole measurement there. Then go ahead and measure and create the armhole curve. Find the midpoint of whatever I have there. Okay, I have 7.5. Find the midpoint and go in by 3/4 inch. Then create the curve. And remember, the curve is only applicable to front pattern. So now go ahead and fix in my bust circumference divided by 4 on the upper chest line, just the way I'm doing. Then the little allowance I have for the dart over there, which is about a 1/4 inch, I added it. Then add 2 inches for my seam allowance, 2 inches. Okay, then go on to the my waistline, fixing my waist circumference divided by 4, which is 7 inches. Okay, add my 2 inches for that allowance and also 2 inches for my seam allowance. Okay, so create this. You can also use your straight roller to connect this part. So this is what we have for the front pattern. I hope you guys understand. You can go over it for better understanding. Then for my neckline, create your desired neckline. So I just want something like a square neckline. So I just measure 4 inches by 6 inches. Okay, so the 4 inches down, I'll be using 3.5 down, so that it won't be too open. Okay, and I measure it. So that is, you can use your v-neck, you can use your round neck, depends on what you want. So for the back pattern, I'll go ahead and I already measured the bust point and the waistline. So if you're used to my tutorial, you know I always remove 1 inch first before drafting my back, putting in my measurements in order to give me a good slope at the back. Okay, to remove the excesses behind at the center back. Then I went ahead and fixed in my zipper allowance, which is 1 inch. Then create the neckline, and now the 7 inches for the shoulder length also. Then find the midpoint of that between the neckline and the shoulder. Okay, then fixing my bust to bust distance divided by 2, 3 3/4. So I'll connect it also to the shoulder. Okay, so next thing, I'll be creating the dart on the waistline. I use 1/2 inch on both sides. Then I'll connect it to the bust point. Okay, so for the shoulder, I won't be adding any dart allowance. Okay, I'll just leave it the way it is. Okay, so I went ahead and just create my shoulder slope from the actual 7 inches. Then create my armhole. So the same 7 inches up, I brought it down to create the armhole, just to make sure everything aligns properly. Okay, just checking my measurement again. Guys, if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe. And remember to give this video a thumbs up, please. Okay, so create the curve. Then I'll fix in my bust circumference divided by 4, which is 9 inches plus 2 inches, same allowance. Then on the waistline, fixing 7 inches for the quarter of my waist circumference, 1 inch for that, then 2 inches for my seam allowance. Then I'll connect at the side. Okay, so this is what I have for the back pattern. You can see the tutorial is actually straightforward. Then create the neckline. For the back, I use 5 inches for the neck depth. And you know, like for the front also, the neck width is going to be 4 inches. The neck depth can be different, but the width has to be the same. Okay, so this is what we have. It's straightforward, guys. Straightforward. So let's go ahead and cut it out. So that's for the back. I'll go ahead and cut out the front also. Okay, and that is it for the cutting. So I went ahead and cut out my fabric carefully. Please remember to fix in your joining allowance where necessary is important, so that the fabric, the side can come out properly with the actual size. So thank you guys for watching. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up, okay, so that it will allow this video to go out to more people. And remember to subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.